Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great. Happy Monday to you. I'm Noah Elias, your Monday mentor, and I wanted to encourage you guys with something that I feel would really help you move into your true identity and living out of your true authentic self. When I first started on my journey of building my company and moving into authority and finding out really what I wanted to do in life and how I wanted to spend my time, that really became with an identity crisis. And when I gave my life to God and when I really surrendered myself and turned myself in terms of the way that God saw my life, not the way that I saw my life and my talent and my time and my treasure, I really had to stop and start thinking where in my head I was walking around every single day. Was my head in my past or was my head in my future? And one of my favorite sayings that really encourages me in terms of an affirmation and reminding me of who I am and where I'm supposed to go and who I'm supposed to do it with is this saying: the vehicle of your new life with God does not have a review mirror. And here's what I find. I have 3 points that I want to share with you today. One is, don't let your past dictate your future. It's kind of the equivalent of my past and what happened with me in my childhood and my past upbringing, me pressing that upon my kids, thinking that theirs is going to be the same. So when it comes to my parenting and when it comes to just me approaching myself, I cannot base my future allowing that to be dictated by my past. If I am a new creation and I am a new person, that's who I've become and that's where I'm headed. But I cannot define who I am and basically how I feel about myself based on what happened in my past. My past is a part of my past. You can't pick your past, but as my mentor says, Bob Shank, he says, you can't pick your past, but you can paint your future. And that's very exciting news. God cares less about what you've done and where you've been. He's more excited about who you're becoming and where you are headed. So if I'm gonna have the choice between putting my thoughts into two camps on a daily basis, I can either have 1 foot rooted in the past or I can have 1 foot rooted in the future. And I'm not a benefit to either one. But my head, if I focus on who I'm becoming, that is a much better, more healthy place for me to be thinking about who is God thinking that I'm going to become? How can I take my time and my talent, my treasures, and how can I be using that for impact outside of myself? Rather than thinking you don't have what it takes, they're never going to buy your stuff, you shouldn't build that dream because nobody's going to buy into it, somebody's already done it, it costs too much, you can never get paid for that. That's not a fun place to be living. Where I try to look at is, hey man, where does my true identity lie? And who does that identity lie in? In who I'm becoming and how he sees me, or how I see myself on what I've done and my record. It's kind of nice to move into life with no record. It's kind of nice to move into your future and to take hold of what's to come and get excited about that. I can't do anything about my past. I can't change it. The past is what it is. It's my past. There's not one single thing I can do in my past to change my past. But what I do have control over is today and where I'm headed and who I'm becoming. That I have a responsibility for, and that is who I do get to play a part in. That I can change and I can rewrite and clear off the hard drive. Third part is focus on people that remind you of your true self and hang out with those that inspire you to become you. Why? Because everybody else is taken. If the path ahead of you today is cleared, you're on the wrong path. You're on somebody else's path. I really love to hang out with those that remind me of my true, authentic self and who I am, people that are safe, and also those who inspire me and see in me things I don't see in myself. So I would ask yourself that question. Are you living with 1 foot in the past, or are you dictating your future on your past? 2, do you realize that God cares more about who you are becoming and where you are headed than what you've done in the past? And you don't have to live with that shame, and you don't have to live with that guilt. It's nothing but excess baggage. You don't take your living room furniture with you when you go camping, so why would you bring all the issues of your past with you into your future? It's a waste of time and it's not going to benefit. It's just going to hold you down. So third, focus on those. You have people that in your life that are focusing on becoming and building you up to who you want to be and where you're headed and excited about that and being in the game with you on that, in the game of life? Or are you hanging out with those that are negative, tearing you down, cynics, they're always questioning every single thing that you do? And I understand like constructive criticism, but are you hanging out with those that are just constantly dragging you down and where you're not feeling uplifted and encouraged and excited? Hey, I understand being realistic about things, but you got to move in authority into your future and own it. So That's where I'm living. And that is so daily grind for me is to constantly be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I have to renew my mind. So if you look at my blog this week, check it out when you have a chance at noahfineart.com. You'll see my blog there, and I put up a brand new Kid in Me cartoon depicting this scenario of the review, the new vehicle of your new life as you as a new creation does not have a review mirror. I hope you can enjoy it and take a read. Check it out when you got a chance. It'll be coming to you on Thursday. So be heads up for that. Check out my other YouTube videos. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here. Love doing life with you, and hope you have an amazing week.